folks. This is the game Blood Rage, which is pretty doggone crazy. Looking at this game and different things, it looks like a lot. I mean, it just looks like it's going to be a lot and a crazy game. And then I opened it and it's like, there's like a few cards in here and a bunch of minis and the map. Like, that's pretty much what's in here. And it pretty much is what's in here. And I think that this game really surprised me. I think the theme of it makes it look like it's really heavy, really crazy, and it's not as much. So this is definitely a battle game. It's a area control war game type thing. You're going out and you're trying to beat people. That's basically what you're doing in the game. And there's some little variants that are pretty cool that really make this a nice game. But overall, that's what you're doing. You're just not doing it as crazy depth as I thought. Now, there's still some really good decision making in this game. There's a couple of things. So one, you're going to choose a clan. They all play the same, which is something I do like, actually. So they're all going to play exactly the same. They're just going to help you know who you are, basically. And then there's a bunch of cards. So there's 3 different ages you play through, or 3 different rounds, whatever it actually is. And you're going to play through these 3 different rounds. What you're going to do is you're going to actually draft cards. So you take one from your hand and then you pass around the table. And that's really nice, just to make it one more decision-making phase, that it's not just completely random what you get. And you kind of know what other people have as well as you're going into these battles. He might have something that boosts his combat by 6. That's pretty crazy. That's a lot of battle points. I might lose this thing. That's a lot, even if I have a bunch of guys in that area. So that's something that I think was really, really nice. But it's not overwhelming. It's not overwhelming to be able to do that. Really nice aspect to start the round out. Then as you play, you've got all these actions that are very straightforward and simple. You've got upgrade cards, which are really cool. You can upgrade and say, oh, I got a monster that I just got. And you take this big monster, put it on the board. Like, super exciting to be able to do that, because there's not that much in the box. There's some games where you have so much, you feel like you're never ever going to see everything, which could be cool for some people. I really liked in this game, like our first playthrough through, I felt like we saw just about everything. Like we literally did, between the 3 of us, we saw every single card. Like, that's, except a few. You take a few out each round. But we saw nearly every single card. We played with all but one of the monsters. Like, just really neat to be able to do that kind of a thing, but still make it incredibly exciting. So that was really, really fun. Really enjoyed that. And then you've got your actions. They're basically, they're straightforward as well, how all of that works. So the decision making, all of that, really, really nice. And the last thing I like about it a lot is, whether you win or lose, it seems like there's some games you lose and it's like so crushing. Like, oh my goodness, I'm done. Like, I can never come back from this. And it doesn't really feel like that in this game. You die and your characters go to Valhalla, but you get them back at the end of the round. And so there's some where they die, they're out forever. But this one, it's like, it makes you want to go into battles. And sometimes with different cards, you even want to lose, which is a nice little touch that's just really, really neat. So overall, really enjoyed this. Really cool game. Not as crazy as it looks. The theme's fine. I think if they made the theme like a little less intense, I'd love it even more. So if you're listening, Come On Games and Eric Lang, you guys, if you're listening, if you make a theme like this that's just like less intense, that I think it might be able to reach a broader audience, and that would be really, really cool. You could do a lot of different things, but overall, this is a game I will still play. It's just going to be a little more selective of group because of that theme. So overall, really nice, really fun game. Really did enjoy it. The production of all of it is beautiful. You've got a bunch of really cool minis, especially the monsters are super duper cool. So overall, very impressed with this game, way more so than I actually expected it to be. So Blood Rage, really, really nice game. Hopefully that gives you a touch and a taste of what this game is, what it does, and why it may or may not be right for you. Thanks.